All right. Yeah, Eric July was talking shit, and I said, dude, I'll debate you. And he said, well, call in at 7. I was like, I'm not rescheduling my life around you. We can do it tomorrow or the day after. And yeah, he hasn't replied yet. All right, so...
Because
yeah.
I got a clapper.
Oh,
Because
nice.
I got a clapper. Yeah, so...
Fancy.
Let me try to not get the light gleaming in there and all the information. Oh, there we are. Yeah, and...
It all began 1,200 years ago, in the Elven Golden Era, before the arrival of humans and monsters in the world.
Taking control of the entire continent. Faced with chaos, the people will always choose order. No matter the cost.
Why don't you stand up and fight this guy hard, like you've done before? That was beautiful.
I was wondering if, you wouldn't mind marrying me very much.
I do.
Thanks.
The love continues.
You're the best thing ever come that crazy life.
The courage.
The doctor said you shouldn't fight anymore.
You recommended I don't fight, and I recommend that I do.
Willow! I need your help.
Just like old times. Attack! Running! Horses! Mayhem! Mayhem! Happy to see it.
Our true enemy is still out there, rallying the forces of evil. And the only thing standing in its path is us.
I'm going to enjoy this.
If you're thinking what I'm thinking, so am I.
I doubt that very much. Take him to my tent and make sure he's tied up.
I don't know. See, that kind of sounds like we're on the same page.
This Organized Chaos podcast is brought to you by listeners like you. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to an Organized Chaos podcast. Once again, we are bringing you the best podcast in the history of known existence. Joining me is Bobby. How you doing, Bobby?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Yeah, we got some fun stuff to talk about. We have a Witcher prequel series, which was a show that was made and it exists.
Yeah.
It's a thing. We'll get to it. And we got Rocky 2, which was fun. And then we have the last 4 episodes of Willow. I think we could probably also do like our kind of recap of the whole series, what our overall thoughts are. And
yeah, absolutely. Because the latter episodes were a bit, I felt, different tonal.
Yeah,
maybe it's just because we took a break from it, but I have some thoughts. So yeah,
we can get into it. Yeah. But yeah, I guess time to dive into some news.
Yes, we do have some headlines.
Did you know that Margery, Taylor-Greene, and Dr. Dre were working on an album together? They're both
but I do know that she. No, I did know that she did use his theme music, or not theme. I'm sorry, but the a beat to one of his songs. The name of it escapes me, and I should know it off the top of my head. Forgot about Dre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she felt to use that to walk into her first day on the job and put it up on Twitter. And I remember seeing that, tweeting at her, I think Dr. Dre's going to sue you.
Yeah.
And a few hours later, this came out of the pipeline that, he threatened to sue her, so she had to take down the video.
Oh, wow.
And I saw her later comment on it on Twitter, and she was saying that, of course, I'm not surprised he threatened that. It is his intellectual property, but I would never play his filthy, thuggish lyrics. Ooh, Margie.
What a bitch.
Yeah. She's just, I cannot believe
Listen, man,
I cannot believe a majority of a district in a state elected that woman not only once, but twice. It blows my fuck. Oh yeah, it's absolutely
gerrymandering is a fucked up thing.
Absolutely,
that's how come we crackpots.
Look at our home state, for example.
Yeah,
geez, I'm sure it's terrible out near you. I mean, you should see it in the city of Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it's great, right?
Oh yeah, peachy. Yeah, but that's a whole nother issue upon its end. But yeah, our girl, she she fucked around, and well, she found out, and we found that it came quickly. As far as I know with this, she took it down, and that is pretty much all that they requested of her to do. So she followed with that, so that's good. She didn't protest it or, say
yeah, I
it
don't know.
was
If I were him, I might be tempted to be like,
news.
so how much money did you make off that? How much?
I
I guess,
revenue came
probably
in.
he has lawyers to figure out exactly what
I
he can
also-
get within reason. So
I think it's nice because Dre was one of the people who first tried to get her personal Twitter account banned for saying racist shit. So,
what?
I mean, it's
She
good
says
to know he's
racist
still in the
stuff since
fight.
when?
Oh, dude, oh god,
No, she's reprehensible.
she is just awful, like awful.
Well, I mean, I'll be blunt. Her and Lauren Boebert's Twitter pages are pretty interchangeable in my mind. It always seems like
They
whenever you come across
really
one of their tweets,
are.
it's going to be about, you know what you're getting. It's going to be
Yeah.
complete garbage, bigoted shit.
Yeah. I mean, I follow him just for the fun of just having fun of trolling, but also it's good to keep tabs on crazy assholes like that.
Yeah.
So sometimes my Twitter feed is very, But I've made some friends who are also in the same business of doing that, of just like having some light phone. Like pretty much whenever good old Margie's on there asking questions about anything related to any projection that she has in her mind at that exact moment or hour of the day, I just simply respond with a question. Why did you need a pardon 3 days into office?
Yeah.
I think that's a valid question.
I would love an answer. I
would love to help you find an answer to that, but could you maybe help me find an answer to this?
One step at a time.
And I kind of have a lot of fun pulling that question to you. Well, you know that list probably now just as well as I do. Laura and I keep saying that, it's okay, everyone. She's just mad that a house fell on her sister.
True. Hashtag facts.
Yeah. House did fall on Lauren Boebert's sister. I just only hope that she doesn't go on a killing spree for a pair of pumps or something.
Yeah. Not unrealistic, sadly.
No.
Let's see. Are we ready to move on to the next story?
Yeah.
All right. Jeff Beck.
Yeah.
Much sadder, much cooler dude. Famous guitarist for the Yardbirds. Fucking legend.
I mean, yeah, like there's a definite... as a guitar player myself, this news was this was bad news, man. Like that, Jeff was like in a category of his own. Yeah. I mean, I feel like anything I'm going to say is something that definitely has already been said about him. But I mean, it's kind of like, there's Jeff Beck and everyone else. There's only a few guys I feel in my book, and you could say that about, in the sense of how they approached the instrument and how they played and their style of playing. But yeah, Beck he was great.
No, he's a legend. I don't know what else to say.
He is a legend.
I mean,
yeah, I don't know what else. He had a legendary career, like you had said, with the Yardbirds, and even as a solo career or even a solo artist. And I know later he did break it down just to like the quintet or the trio that he had for years with bass player Tal Winfield and or Wakefield. I can never remember the drummer's name. But yeah, Jeff Beck.
Yeah, he was 78. It was bacterial meningitis, which I just looked up because I knew. Like, he had a illness, and I was like, I know it's not COVID, because everything's COVID anymore. It's not COVID. But yeah, it's... yeah, no, it sucks. And he's not a young man, but still, it sucks. Because he was an absolute fucking legend. I guess, speaking of other people who have befallen injuries, there's a Jeremy Renner story. So Jeremy Renner, I don't know if we had a chance to talk about. Well, I think this was a couple weeks ago, so we probably going to talk about last week, but I didn't think of it. But yeah, the dude had a terrible snowplow accident.
Yeah, it was an awful accident. I mean, freakish accident. But
Apparently,
from what I understand, is he was helping somebody dig somebody else out of a snowbank.
Yeah, he bought himself a snow plow, and he just kind of loved the thing, so he was out like helping other people around with it, and damn thing ran over him.
Being a fucking superhero.
Yeah. I heard a lot of stories a couple days ago about him losing his leg, but I haven't had anything verified about that yet, and I don't trust a lot of the sources where I was seeing them talk about that, so I don't know if that's actually true. But I mean, he is occasionally posting on social media, so I mean,
didn't hear anything of
conscious.
that. That's news.
Well, like I said,
I
didn't see this from any super reliable sources, so it might be they're taking a little bit of something and turning it into a big deal.
Okay.
They're
daily wiring it.
Yeah,
they're daily wiring it.
No, it wasn't Daily Wire, but I think it was like Giant Freaking Robot and a couple other sources.
Oh no, I'm saying they were daily wiring it.
Yeah. Like, okay, I get.
But I mean, I guess if they were, I was using them like I guess as a.
You mean we got this covering it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, using it as like a descriptive. But I mean, I guess if it was a daily wiring, they would probably already have like 6 propaganda films out already.
Yeah. What is a snowplow?
3 Twitter accounts dedicated to credit the film. Yeah.
God. But yeah, no. Listen, Jeremy Renner. I know there's been some shit about his divorce. Not gonna go into it because it was during a divorce. He has that weird Jeremy Renner app, which is kind of a scam. So he probably shouldn't have that. But you know what? I also wish he gets well. This looks like a terrible injury, and he's just out helping people with the snow plow that he thinks is cool. And most people hate plowing snow, so
yeah,
just like
he's
poor guy.
And this was out in Lake Tahoe, right?
Oh, I don't know exactly where it was.
I believe I think I heard that, but
I will believe you. I didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just hope he gets well.
Yeah, I hope he gets well. That's pretty horrible that somebody would report that if no concrete evidence or anything like that.
We will see. It might, like I saw. The only reason why I even brought it up because I didn't see any sources that were reliable is because a lot of the unreliable ones were saying it. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I hope not. But even if he does, I still hope he gets to recovery because they have great prosthetics anymore. So yeah,
they do. Here's
the deal, like. If it's between losing your life or losing a leg, I'd lose my leg. So it's not much of a choice. Like I said, I just hope he recovers and gets well. Let's see. Do you have anything else to add to Renner?
I'm reading. Actually, I just now found a story about it.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. This is from Fandom Wire. Jeremy Renner losing his leg reports scare Marvel fans. Hawkeye star has much needed support from his Avengers co-star. They addressed it in the headline, but they didn't say anything about it.
Yeah, I know. Fandom Wire is one of the ones I don't have much experience with, so I don't know what to think of that.
Yeah, they just gave me a paragraph describing who he was, and now another completely unrelated article.
I'm not gonna lie, it almost sounds like a plot-written paragraph.
It kind of was, yeah. Let's see here.
Jeremy Renner, star of The Messenger. What? Who? What?
Yes, it was Lake Tahoe. Was Lake Tahoe.
All right.
Because apparently he's posted something up from home as he is recovering. So now I'm checking Instagram. Yep, just a photo.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I haven't seen any reputable sources actually report it. So, he's still conscious. He's still around. So that's a good sign. He should be able to make some, recovery to a degree at this point.
Yeah.
All right. Are we ready for the last news story?
Yeah. Let's get into it.
All right. Well, this is just totally me doing a story because I'm a fan. So Peter Gabriel has a new album coming out after 21 years, I want to say it was Up. 2002 sounds right. And there was quite a break between Up and Us. I believe that was 11 years. So I guess, we should look forward to his album following up this new one in 2050?
Yeah. Presuming,
But yeah, he has released. He announced a tour, and for a long time, it's like, oh yeah, I have new album material, but I don't have an album release date, and it's like, you have an album material, but you don't have an album. Like, I was even wondering, what is he gonna do, a thing where he does a tour and he sells the album exclusively on tour or something? Like, I had no idea what his plan was with this.
Huh.
And then, so what we found out a few days ago was that he has a release schedule where he's releasing them online, and every full moon he's gonna release a new song. Which, the new one's out already, new song. I haven't heard it yet, but it's like, okay, you do you, man. I mean, he's always been kind of a quirky guy, so okay. But yeah, if you're ever wondering what's up with the new Peter Gabriel album, like me, the answer is it's going to get released slowly throughout the year, one by one. So, yeah, I just thought it'd be nice to explain that to the couple Peter Gabriel fans that I'm sure are in the audience. Are we ready to dive into the Witcher origin story?
If we must.
I'm afraid we must. I mean, lots of people are buzzing about this online, and the usual suspects were super triggered about it, and like, I could watch
that's their problem.
And I could tell you, obviously problem, the lead character is a black woman. Obviously, you have a dwarf who has a hammer who's super tough, and none of this shit was an issue with this series. But boy, oh boy, does this thing have fucking issues. Like, Jesus. I mean, if we were to break down this story just down to its essence, I think they have an idea here.
There was a story?
Yeah. But they don't really execute it well at all. No. It's like
I was so lost, man.
Well, this thing is rushed. Like, okay, so we have these bad guys who have taken over the kingdom. Oh no. And then we have this group of heroes that are come together, and suddenly they're fighting them, and it's like, oh, okay. And then they fight them and win. It's like, I mean, it's pretty standard, and yeah, it's a mess. Like, it feels super rushed. I believe every episode of this, every subsequent episode is shorter than the one before it. I believe the fourth episode is just barely 40 minutes. And then it starts out
feel
just
like
over an hour.
Didn't feel like that. It felt much longer.
I think, I almost want to say I maybe enjoyed it more than you, but enjoy is such a strong word, because it's like, I really don't have strong feelings towards this one way or the other.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, it was a lot like the original series, like when we watched the first Witcher series, where I was going in 100% blind, never knowing a thing about the lore, never playing the games or anything. So I even said, I remember saying I felt lost the entire time, not knowing what the hell was going on. And even more lost in this.
Well, yeah.
Same thing. Because it's like, wow, they are, even the first episode, I even stopped after that going, oh man, there was just so much plot thrown at me, and wow, okay.
That's the thing,
this is a lot, yeah.
I'll happily admit, I love the mainline Witcher TV series so far. I'm really into it. But after that first episode, I thought they were already exploring ideas about morality and stuff like that I thought were really interesting, and this doesn't have any of that. There's no themes other than, I'm certain there are themes, but, dictatorship bad. To give you an idea of how poorly constructed this is, the series ends with the worlds colliding and humans coming onto the main world with elves. Now, until they reveal this fact, I literally thought we were dealing in an elven kingdom and that we just weren't seeing the humans. That was literally what I thought watching this. I thought, oh, okay, we are just dealing with this local elvish thing, and the humans are involved. No, the humans aren't even there. Maybe we should establish some of this stuff a bit more before diving in. And I hate saying established stuff, because there's lots of exposition here. There's plenty of exposition. But
there was ample time to do so.
Yeah. It's
No, I completely agree with you. It was very much just poorly executed.
Yeah.
And at the end of the first episode, when they got into the morality themes, I was enjoying that, actually. I started to go okay, okay, yeah, let's see where this goes. I'm here for it. I mean, I still don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'm gonna figure it out. We're gonna just try. And yeah, it just I felt that they just had a lot of threads going at once, and lost track of a few, and then kind of oh wait, yeah, we got these guys. We haven't done anything with them.
Well, this show absolutely reeks of behind-the-scenes stuff, because I think it was supposed to be 6 episodes, and it was 4, and it reeks that, like, they had this, like, well planned out for the first episode, and all of a sudden, they're, like, as the episodes go, they're almost certainly, like, just cutting stuff. Now, I don't know if it's cut from production, or cut from editing, or what. But it's like, we have, like, okay, the first episode was a little bit of a slog here, but, we have a setup. Okay. And then it just felt like after that, it's almost like every episode after that, it's a bit more breakneck to get to the next point. A bit more breakneck. And we're losing characters. We're losing development. I mean, probably the dwarf with the hammer was the most entertaining one. Michelle Yeoh's character was interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those were the highlight characters, really. I actually thought the bad guy wizard wasn't bad. But yeah, these are your highlight characters. No one else particularly stood out particularly great. And yeah, it's obviously supposed to be the origin of the first Witcher, because the end of the series, we have this guy turn into this big old monster, but like before he turns into the monster, but after he's taken the potion to become a monster, he sleeps with the main character, and it's revealed she's pregnant, and then, her baby will be the Witcher. Okay, cool. Honestly, this story doesn't really... I don't see a reason for this to exist, and you could say that for all media, so I hate to say that, but it just...
No, you could.
Yeah.
I think it was rushed. And wanting to, like, try to, I guess, scramble. A scramble attempt to fix the fact that Henry was gone.
Well, that's the thing. Well, Henry wasn't even supposed to be
reboot,
this, so I don't know what... they're doing here. This was before he even left when he shot this, so I'm not even sure what they're doing.
Okay, then there goes my theory of them trying to say, hey, we could still be badass. We could still be cool.
No, he actually, there still is a 3rd season of Henry coming out, so even though he's gone from the series at this point, we still will get another season with Henry in it. And that's a whole another bag of worms.
I will agree with you, though. I did love Michelle Yeoh's part in this.
Yeah.
I think it's just because I did. And I did recently rewatch Everything Everywhere All at Once, so it was kind of more like, oh, what up, girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Like, there's never a bad time to add Michelle Yeoh to your show. I mean, she's been busy the past couple years, but like, dude, if you have a chance to hire Michelle Yeoh, you hire Michelle Yeoh. Doesn't matter. Just force her in it. I don't care. She'll be great. She could only improve.
And if you can, get her and Jamie Lee, because I kind of like the two of them together in a film.
Oh, yeah.
It was cool.
But yeah, like, I know, like, all the grifters and chuds are against this, and I wish I could say, oh, they're missing out, but I'm certain they're complaining for all the wrong reasons, but the fact is, there is reasons to dislike this. This is not a great series at all. So while I'm certain their reasons are wrong, their overall conclusions, I'm probably correct.
Their reasons include tiny PP energy, and that's
yes. But yeah, this series did not work. I guess it's only 4 episodes, but like, it doesn't even set up things well. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't set up things well. Like, you get some monsters here, but I guess monsters don't really come to the island until after the portals all get open at the. This is not clear at all what's going on. Just, it's a world of elves and dwarves, apparently, and then humans and monsters come later, even though there's already monsters here. Yeah.
Fascinating.
I don't have much to say about this, except I was not impressed. I
wasn't. Like, I finished it, because when I first saw it, I thought it was just going to be like a movie, and I was like, all right, yeah, that's cool. Then I looked and I had texted you the other day. I said, so we're watching all 4 parts, are we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd
That's
already
fine.
marathoned it when you text me. I was like,
right as soon as I had finished it, I wanted to be like, well, woof. Just first thought, woof.
Yeah.
I just feel like I just found a picture of Buzz's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Woof.
Yeah.
I even needed a 2-hour break. I couldn't go right into Willow right after that. I tried. I made it about 10 minutes in, and I had to take a breather because I was like, nope, I'm starting to bleed the two. Nope.
Well, you don't want this to bleed too much into Willow, because while I will have my issues with Willow, it is spoiler.
Yeah, I do too.
It is quite a bit better.
It is, but we'll get into that when we cover Willow, which is next, right? Or...
No, we got Rocky 2 next.
Oh, we got Rocky in between.
Yeah,
the champ.
yeah. Rocky, yeah. That seems like a good point to segue.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rocky 2.
Yeah.
So they postponed Creed 3, and we already watched Creed, but you know what? Now we can go over the other Rocky movies,
and that's cool.
It's fun.
That's cool because we're getting into this is a definitely I'd say this is probably my number 2 or number 3 out of the Rocky films.
This is high up there. I have not done an official Rocky ranking, but I might have an old one up on Letterboxd because I used to do old rankings, so maybe there's one there. I don't even know if it would stand up. Because this is definitely one of the best ones. Like the first Rocky, obviously, probably has to be number 1, but Creed would be high up there. Rocky Balboa would be high up there.
4.
And then this would be high up there. Well, 4 is different. Because 4, I think, is a bad movie, but goddamn, I love it. It's like the cheeseburger of Rocky movies.
I think 3 is a bad movie. I think 3 is bad.
I think 3 and 4 channel a lot of the same energy, except 3 is trying to balance being bad and being good, while 4 is just you know what, we're just going to be cheesy as fuck. And I kind of appreciate being cheesy as fuck.
I mean, the only thing cheesy in 3 is Hulk Hogan.
Which is Hulk Hogan, so it's not nothing, but...
The huckster.
But yeah, Rocky 2 is... damn good.
It is damn good. I also kind of I like it when movies will do this. Like one will end and then the sequel or the next one is taking place immediately after the events of what we just watched.
Yeah,
exactly.
Back
to the Future did this. Halloween. More recently,
Halloween Kills.
Halloween Kills, yeah. I know there's so many more I could keep going. Porky's the next day.
Yeah. No, I feel part of the reason they do that because the first movie ends with there's not going to be a rematch.
I don't want no rematch. Yeah, and I don't want one.
Yeah. And I like how this movie starts out, there's not going to be a rematch. And then later on, they're both at the hospital, and Apollo's like, there needs to be a rematch.
Talking so much shit.
Yeah.
After he just got his ass whooped.
Yeah.
After some nobody went the distance with him. And he is still talking all that good shit.
Yeah, no. Well, that was part of what encouraged this because technically Apollo wins the first fight. He wins in the first movie. What was impressive about the first movie wasn't that Rocky wins, but that he goes up against the champion and he went the distance.
And he went the distance.
Yeah.
As Mick even said to him, he's never fought anyone past 5 rounds. You just have to go the distance.
And then that becomes one of the things Apollo's fighting against in this movie. He's talking about how everybody talks about Rocky actually won that fight, and he's like, "No, I gotta prove that he didn't win that fight."
I also really like the dynamic between Mick and Rock in this one.
Yeah, definitely.
I really enjoyed that a lot upon this rewatch. Because normally I would just watch these and it's Rocky, whatever. But never fully analyzing every bit of it. And man, there was some choices with the cinematography that were really brilliant, I thought.
Oh yeah.
Just some really great ideas, cinematography wise. And this is the first one Stallone directed, right?
I believe this might be his directorial debut. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
This is an impressive first outing for a director.
It is, and you could poke fun at Sly all you want, but the guy could fucking make a movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
He could make a fucking movie. Like, yeah,
he is a very good filmmaker.
Oh yeah.
I have questions about his recent political affiliations, but yes, goddamn, he can make a goddamn movie, and he can write a movie. Is he friends?
Oh, is he friends with shitty politicians?
Not so much. He is letting Richard Meyer do a lot of his comic book stuff recently, which he's a piece of shit.
Oh.
I mean, you saw a little bit of Ethan when I debate him. Richard Meyer is for Comicsgate guys who think Ethan is too polished.
Oh.
Just, a bit more edgier.
Yeah, you want you to be like an overtly piece of crap as opposed to a subtle piece of crap.
If you qualify Ethan as subtle, then yes.
No. Honestly, the only attention I've ever given him was watching that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And after that, I kind of determined, like a lot of these people, you're really not even worth me repeating your name.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but yeah,
you like Evan, the casual racist guy.
Yeah, Jim, the casual racist.
Yeah, and the his little crony friend thing.
Horn.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that one. And a few of the other guys lately who have had the balls to come up and say anything or try with you and the crew. I always like to chime, just kind of like to peek in whenever I see if it's a debate.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't seen much, which I'm cool with. Whenever is awesome. It's always kind of entertaining because I like to see and it was at that moment that they realized they fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like watching for that moment because it's beautiful.
That moment,
it's beautiful to see it in real time.
Where they realize they buried themselves, and they're like, "Oh God, how can I unbury this?" And they don't know how to. All they know how to do is dig.
Yeah, well, the first one you and actual fandom did. I enjoyed seeing that moment quite a few times. That was great, and even at the infamous part of that, even from to one another. What, dude? What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy you joined the party, man.
But yeah, so Sylvester Stallone is working with seedier people right now. But,
lovely.
Yeah.
I was unaware of that, but yeah.
I still enjoy his stuff. So, we'll
art from artist.
See.
From artist.
Yeah, exactly.
Because art from artist, yeah.
He's a solid director. I mean, you can actually see a little bit of his politics shine through because there's he got a job at a factory, a meat factory. And there's a little bit about, we're going to have to let you go. We're firing you. And, he's like, well, can I work, for less pay? And they're like, well, the union won't let us do that. And I'm going to tell everybody a little piece of advice. And if you're working at a union shop and, some sort of manager saying we're letting you go, and union won't let us do something, ask who a union rep is. Go talk to a union rep. There's a decent chance Rocky didn't work there long enough and that, they have the authority to do that, but talk to a union rep.
Regardless of how long you live, but you've worked for them, if you're a part of a union, your union rep has your back. That's your union rep's job.
Yes. If you are officially part of the union, then managers at unionized place depend on you not to ask for a union rep. So if you're at a unionized place, ask for it. It might be they tell you they can't help you. But there's a solid chance if you've been there long enough and you're a full-fledged member of the union and the manager tells you you're fired, they can go up and tell you, no, you're not. No, you're not. But yeah, I did think that was interesting. It's he's probably trying to shoot do a little bit of shooting at unions there. And it's no, talk to a union rep if that shit ever happens. Seriously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, but going into the meat of the movie, we've gotten derailed a bit, and it's entirely my fault.
Okay, we get to start talking about unions, and we get it, Hoffa, we get it.
Talk to your union rep, okay? He'll go break some legs for you.
Well, I mean, I don't know if the unions still do that. I mean, allegedly, I think we should just say to be safe.
But yeah,
when they allegedly did that.
But anyways.
So yeah, Rocky 2.
What I actually like about this movie a lot is you see him, he becomes a celebrity almost instantly. And then you see him like doing these weird commercials and shit like that. And I really feel like in these moments, Stallone is mirroring his own life. It's like he shot up into superstardom, and now he's like a celebrity, and he doesn't know how to compute that. And it's kind of great how he writes it in there, because it feels like, obviously this is a natural course for Rocky, but it also feels like, he's being very autobiographical with it. And I kind of dig that aspect of it. Can he, like, recapture... And the whole movie is about, like, essentially, can he recapture the magic that happened before? And that's what the movie is, too. Like, on a meta sense and then, a raw text sense. The movie kind of serves two purposes. And for a directorial debut here, fucking Stallone does a great job handling both really well.
He does. He absolutely does. Like, This one also, I feel it had a lot more a lot more scenes with Adrian and Rocky, and we get a new perspective on their relationship, and that's actually what I kind of appreciated so much more about this movie. We get a better understanding of who they both are as people, as well as their characters and their relationship. And even in the first one, I kind of got a bit of the idea that they're definitely two misfits, but they have each other in this world.
Yeah.
And even when like a lot of the world seemed like it was just all piling up even on both of them, they still took solace within each other's comfort. And while I'll always say, at the end of the day, Rocky is a love story.
Oh, yeah.
It is a love story.
Yeah, and like I said, like, when we reviewed the first one a while ago, like, I wasn't 100% thrilled how they handled Rocky and Adrian's relationship at times. It's a little wonky at times. That being said, this one handles it so much better. Like, you get actual genuine affection between the two of them, and, they aren't eye to eye on everything. She definitely doesn't want him to go back boxing, but, and even Mickey, when it's first brought up to him, he's like, you shouldn't go back boxing.
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he could even take one look at him, and he even did the thing with his hand holding it up. It's like, see, you can't see.
Yeah.
No. No, I'm not doing that to you.
Well, I mean, there's the idea in this about him being, the reason he won was because he was a southpaw, and then Mickey's like, if you're a southpaw, you're blind. If you're gonna fight him, you have to learn to fight right-handed, which he does pretty effectively. But yeah, it's a damn good movie, and I loved how this movie handles it, because in a lot of ways, it's replaying almost like the greatest hits from the first one. But it
kind of is.
But it does it so well that you're kind of forgetting that that's all it is. I mean, it's literally this ends with literally the same fight you get in the first one, except here it's Rocky wins by knockout, just barely, but he wins by knockout against Creed. So
and he wins the title.
Yeah, he wins.
And he's the champ.
And that's the thing it's worth noting, because the fight goes almost exactly the same way, except for that knockout at the end. And odds are, if he didn't get that knockout, he would have lost, because throughout most of that fight, Creed is just walloping on him.
Whooping that ass.
Yeah. And Rocky's only, advantage is the fact that he can take it.
He can go the distance.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, he can just bludgeon the shit out of him. May not win, but,
No.
But yeah, this is really fucking good movie.
This was really good. Next up we have Clubber Lane.
Yeah, clever Mr. T.
Mr. T.
That's a story for next week. We will get into that because I have opinions on Rocky 3. I do too. maybe I'll change my opinion upon the rewatch. At this point, I enjoy it, but it's definitely a lesser Rocky. But maybe I'll rewatch and be like, "This is great."
It's not worse than 5, though.
No.
No.
Listen, maybe upon rewatch I'll change my vote, but when I remember 5 being the only one I outright disliked. There's a couple moments, but for the most part, no.
I remember being about 30 minutes into it my first watch and going, this sucks.
Mm-hmm. No, it drags.
This sucks.
But we'll see. Maybe I'll rewatch and be like, oh, this was great. I don't know what the fuck I was on. Rocky 5's the best one.
This is so deep and thought-provoking and intellectual.
Dude, have you seen Stallone's ass? It tells you all you
forgot about
need to
that
know.
until you said that. Thank you. Oh,
we'll get reminded soon enough. Don't worry. We'll get reminded.
Yeah. Thrilled.
But yeah, Rocky 2. Better than Witcher Blood Origin.
Yeah.
But, speaking of things that are better than Witcher Blood Origin, we also have last 4 episodes of Willow.
Yeah.
Long-awaited fantasy sequel series. What were you going to say, Bobby?
They did a lot in this that I liked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I said at the beginning of the show, or the top of the show, like this latter half felt like an entire different production and story altogether. To me, at least.
It didn't feel drastically different. But yeah, here I'll summarize all my Willow thoughts on the Willow series before I get into all the spoilery details.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the series, the grand sequel to the movie that I've waited 30 years for? Is this everything I hoped it would be? Is this everything I hoped for? No. But is it pretty damn good? Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. I overall enjoyed this quite a bit. There's still lots of mysteries to be answered. To my understanding, the numbers aren't great on it, so we'll see if we get a season 2. But yeah, I like the characters. Like, we got this main cast of 6 characters. We got Kit, we got Jade, we got Borman, we got Gray. What's the name of the kid? The kid from the new Spider-Man. I don't remember his name.
Flash Thompson.
Yeah, it's Gray something. I don't remember. I'm completely blanking. And of course,
it's something. I know it's something like that.
And of course, I was just gonna say they're joining the returning characters of Willow and Elora Danan. Of course, Elora Danan is played by a new actress because the series takes place 20 years after the movie, and the movie was done 34 years ago, something like that, 35, something. But yeah, I like what they do overall, and I do want to see a sequel, some sort of sequel to this, some sort of follow-up.
No, I enjoyed it too, especially like with expanding on the lore and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think my gripe or my hang-up that I'm having with it is something so small and minor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's it gets into the spoiler category, so I could wait until we get into the spoiler.
We can dive into spoilers, unless there's something broad you want to say before we got into spoilers. But yeah, I've got
broad. Oh, okay, broad. Yeah, I enjoyed it. And I kind of echo with what you said. Is it the sequel that I thought we would be getting, and I would hope that we would be getting? In some respects, yeah, not really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. I wanted to see more of that world from the first, and we got to see more of that world, and I was happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wanted out of it. I don't know about the masses or the chuds. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Chuds.
Well, there's difference between chuds and masses, but yeah.
Well, I mean, not the masses of chuds. Dear Lord.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The people who are so offended the main relationship in this series is lesbian.
The repression, I could just feel it now.
Yeah.
But the characters I really loved. I loved all of them.
Yeah.
The siblings who were separated, the girl
Eric
character. I can't remember her name. Kit, Kit and her love interest. I loved their story, and especially what they did from where we left off.
Mm-hmm.
And it expanded through theirs and their growth and development. That was great. And them learning to actually fully embrace and love one another. I think it was Kit who was having the issues with it, and and that was a nice to see a progression. The soldier who served with Mad Mardigan, I liked. We kind of found out more to him that we didn't see, and that was really nice and cool. I also agree the Dorth with the hammer was probably my favorite character.
Well, that's Witcher Blood Origin.
That was a Witcher. That's right. I'm getting them confused now. Oh,
well, this was the good one.
This was the good one. Yes. We even meet a new character, and this is getting to where I'm not sure about this. Christian Slater came in.
Yeah. Briefly for one episode. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's presumed that he probably died fighting while they escaped, is what I'm presuming.
He gave his life to make sure that they got away, which, okay, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, he kind of felt like Mad Mardigan's stand-in for a bit.
He did.
And
even went by the name.
Yeah, briefly. Before it was like, no, you're not.
Yeah, no, you're not.
No, there was that me wondering, it's like, did they recast him? Would they recast Christian Slater as... And no. Well, they did kind of recast him, because we do get Mad Mardigan's voice in this. We don't get Mad Mardigan, though. And I looked it up. His voice is done by Jack Kilmer, who is Val's son.
Yeah.
Which is nice. But yeah, Val Kilmer is not in this, which I kind of expected, but would have been a nice surprise. But yeah.
It would have been nice if it was like a ghostly vision or something like that.
That could have been interesting, yeah. Ghostly vision with his son's voice, because whatever they did to his son's voice, it sounded decent. It sounded like his voice.
Sounded like Val.
Yeah.
I thought it was, actually.
Yeah.
I was surprised when I watched the credits and found out it wasn't. I was like, wow. Damn. Okay.
But yeah.
That was it. And that was I don't know if I liked that or not. Like him talking to Kit. Like but it's what the character needed to get to who she later evolved in for the final battle of the film or climax of the film. And I understand story-wise why. I didn't like it. I don't think I liked it. I don't think I liked that little part of it. Yeah. I enjoyed it overall, but just that little thing.
Yeah, they're working with issues that they have, and I understand that. Yeah. But yeah, it is, like I said, overall, I thought this was good. This, like I said, it's not what I was hoping for, but it is good. I think putting all the expectations I'll have on it after 35 years of waiting for some sort of sequel. It's an ungodly wait. Is it impossible? No, but expecting that is too much. But does this work on its own? I think yes. I think over time I'll probably appreciate it more. Like I said, I brought up when we talked about before, my biggest issues so far are production. You can feel that this is a much smaller production than that movie. That movie was huge and epic, and it we felt we were in a whole fantasy world.
It had that Star Wars money when that Star Wars money meant something.
Yes.
This feels it still means scale. Something.
Yeah.
It still means something, but it doesn't mean what it doesn't have the same type of pull as it once did.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I do like exploring the characters a bit more. We find out that Jade is actually the daughter of General Kale, which I did not see that coming, but I thought that's an interesting twist to throw on there.
Yeah, I liked that.
Because, they go to that one, they're found by the tribe of her people, and they talk about, they wear, bones as armor. And I remember when they said that, I was like, that sounds like General Kale. And it's revealed, oh yeah, General Kale was one of them. It's like, oh. Interesting. I'm kind of on board with this. Like I said, overall, I think this series does a good job, but you can feel that budget. And I guess if we're dealing with a Willow with a limited budget or a Willow or no Willow, I'd prefer a Willow with a limited budget. And, there's not a whole lot of returning characters. Obviously, Willow and Alora are your big returning characters. But Saoirse gets a few episodes. We get a one-episode cameo, essentially, from Kevin Pollak as Rule, which is fun. Just randomly dropped in there. And
as soon as I saw the little house, I was like, I knew Pollak would be in this.
You know, I think the villains all have an interesting look. I thought they could have done more to establish their threat level, I guess.
Yeah.
Because
I think that like the League of Demons or whatever they were, like they had the one guy with the spiky head cage, like they seem to be the only real threat.
Yeah, like it didn't feel like there was like a real army behind them or anything. It was just these little goons, like this army of Pinhead.
Like the top goons, yeah, like the top goons are like the G-rated Pinhead in the Disneyverse.
Yeah.
The Disney one.
That's what it kind of felt like, and I feel like more of a threat level might have been appropriate. Like I said, I suspect we're dealing.
Like I felt more fear of those giant rats from the original.
I guess I'd be interested.
Or am I mistaking this? Or am I confusing a scene from Dark Crystal?
Giant rats. Oh, I think you're thinking of the dogs from the original. The dogs looked great in the original.
The dogs look fucking
I was expecting him to get a cameo here. Yeah, because those dogs look great. And that was 5 years ago. What do you think of the inclusion? Like some of the dialogue is kind of modernized, but there's also more modern music than you'd expect for something like this. What were your thoughts on that?
I didn't mind the modern music. That didn't faze me at all.
You see, I have mixed feelings. I don't hate it. I've seen it much worse done.
Yes, I've seen it done way worse. It didn't bother me as much, mostly just because, like, from when I noticed it, it was like used to end an episode.
Yeah, typically, yeah.
So and that's fine. It's not so in my mind, or I guess how I'm watching it or how I interpret it is, this music has nothing to do with the actual world itself. It is just more to, hey, this is establishing an ending. We're ending it with something that is very well known out of this universe, our world verse.
Yeah,
I know that's weird, but yeah. Now, if it's music that's like interplay within the story or in a contained episode, it would kind of all right, I guess.
Yeah, and they do that a little bit. It's not too bad, but yeah, it's
not too bad. But if they were to like play a modern or a more well-known song, but applied it with instruments to the time period, I'd be okay with that. That wouldn't bother me.
Yeah,
I think that would be cool, actually. Yeah,
no. Overall, like you said, the ending songs I kind of rolled with. There was a little bit interspersed within the middle of the episode, which I was not as cool with. But this is also a fantasy world, so it's tough to define. And the other thing you always have to consider is that all the music is made after this time period. We don't have any recorded medieval songs. The recordings don't exist.
I mean,
at best, you could maybe do like a style that kind of fits in there.
There's not recorded music per se. There's still sheet music.
Yeah.
There's sheet music from it, but no actual recording. I think the earliest when it comes to like recorded audio.
Yeah,
I want to say it was Alexander Graham Bell.
Yeah, probably something like that. But yeah, kind of my main point would simply be, we don't have any actual traditional music from that time period. It's all about making it sound traditional. You know, and this isn't like, you know, Middle Ages is obviously the time period we'd shoot for, but this show doesn't even exist in what we know of as the Middle Ages. It's a fantasy world. So, while it's a little off-putting, I thought the modern stuff, like, I see what they're doing. They're going for something different. You know, this will definitely have its own feel compared to the movie for sure. But yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I guess.
Well, it had a lot of like. Well, I think it had a lot of themes from like those '80s fantasy films. And if you remember, like a lot of them, there would be one song with the soundtrack that would be like, you know, the cornerstone song of the movie, you know, and it would be a modern one, but it would probably take place within the fantasy scenes, and it did in almost every one of them I could think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, it's interesting you brought that up, because, I mean, Lord of the Rings had Enya and Annie Lennox do songs for them. You know, that's not uncommon at all.
Never-ending Story.
Yeah.
Never-ending Story.
Wait, that wasn't...
That plays well.
Well, Never-ending Story could kind of get away with it.
That was so...
it was super cheese. Yeah. But
it was super cheese,
part of that movie took place in modern day as well, so...
Well, yes, but it was his imagination that was telling the story.
Yeah.
that was...
The Never-ending
I mean, you know...
Story... What? I was just saying the title. What? Did you interpret it?
No. That's the only way that you have to say the title.
yes. There's no other way to say
that.
That
is how you pronunciate it. Well, okay. Well, they played that theme song, you know, as like the kid, as Bastion is riding Falcor through the middle of downtown Chicago?
Yeah.
Or was it Philadelphia?
Something like that. I don't remember. It was it's a city setting.
Chasing some poor bullies. Really, what we didn't see is where Falcor just ate those children.
Deleted scene. Best deleted scene ever.
He just ate them.
It's very bloody. They had to cut it out because the movie was instantly...
Rockbreaker comes in.
Yeah. The movie was instantly NC-17 from how graphic it was.
One of the kids is hiding in a dumpster. Rockbreaker picks it up and eats the dumpster. It says junk food.
And you just see this gush of blood.
Man, we need to get called Blumhouse. We got a dark reboot on our hands, man.
Well, I mean, I've always talked about with my friends, what we need is a hard R-rated movie. Moon of Endor, Ewoks, Cannibal Ewoks, hunting stormtroopers.
I'm down with that.
I am so down with that so much. I'm so down. Just hard R rating on that one, though.
Just a hard R. Yeah, I would be down for that. I'm already thinking ideas.
Disney Plus, you gotta call us up. We got this idea for a great Star Wars story.
We could read. Ooh, the fun. They could have a pit of spikes in the woods. Lure one, come this way. And then a whole battalion just runs and gets all their legs impaled and broken. And it's okay because we'll be hurting stormtroopers.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
We I guess we're still on Lucasfilm, but we're a little bit off from Willow. But was there anything you wanted to add?
Yeah, we are. No, I enjoyed this. I really did. I hope that we see more of it. I kind of like that it took about 7 episodes for Willow to actually do anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I kind of like that. What I liked was the idea, because I was watching it going, did he actually become a sorcerer? Because there's this idea in the first one about how
I was wondering
a lot of
that.
it is theatrics.
Is he still full of shit?
Yeah, so it's like, wait, is he just theatrics? And you learn that actually, to a degree, yes. No, he is a sorcerer. He does know a lot of magic. But to a degree, it's also theatrics. It's also, what people think, because that's actually one of the more interesting parts, because everybody's like, oh, the great sorcerer Will defeated Bad Morda, and, there was a great magical duel. This great sorcerer, like Finn Rizal and Willow, went there and he beat her. And it's like, yeah, he did it through dumb luck. And he's like, yeah, it was dumb luck. I didn't beat her. Like essentially, like she assumed she was so much more powerful than me that I wasn't really a threat, which was technically true. But then she assumed that dumb luck couldn't get her, which was not true. And yeah, I like the exploration of that. And yeah, Willow is a sorcerer here, and he's badass enough. He can definitely kick some ass.
He is.
He definitely has his moments. But
he is. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I was very impressed with how it ended out, and all threads that got finalized. Mm-hmm. It did leave kind of on a cliffhanger ending, though.
Yeah,
so
the main story's involved, but yeah, obviously the main antagonist is kind of set up and still there, and
yeah, so I'm curious how that will go.
And there's a final shot. I think it's after the artwork credits where you see them closing up the Willow book, and then putting it on the bookshelf, and that's volume 2, and you see volume 3 sitting next to it. So obviously saying we got at least one more story set up. One more.
Yeah.
Will we see it? I hope so. It doesn't look promising, but I hope so. But let's see. So next week we will be joined by Ryan, but from Nothing But Media. If you haven't checked out his stuff, check out his stuff. Subscribe here too. Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe right here.
Yeah.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
We really
to Bobby
appreciate
Porters.
it. Yeah.
Like, comment, to subscribe to Organized Chaos. All the stuff that I always forget to say.
Do it all, because we're trying to be better at it. New year, better, more efficient us.
For sure. But yeah, next week we'll be joined from him, and we will also be discussing Rocky 3, also known as the best Rocky, the only one with Mr. T, so the only one that counts. Don't judge me. It's the best one ever. To my memory, it's one of the shorter ones. It might be the shortest one.
It is one of the shorter ones. Yeah,
I want to say that one's like 90 minutes. So
look, I'm in it. I'm in it until we get Happy Birthday, Polly, and then I don't care.
Well, that's the fourth one.
That is.
But and then what? I think the original Fast and Furious, which we'll get into. We'll get into those. Yeah, I have thoughts.
Yeah. For reasons, we're going to get into those.
We will watch the one that isn't Point Break, but it kind of is.
They're all kind of Point Break.
Well, especially this one.
They're all kind of Point Break.
To a degree. I think they get less Point Breaky as they get stupider. Not that Point Break's like
at what exact point would that be?
Oh, they get stupid.
I really was hoping these were placeholders, man. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, have you seen them?
I have only seen the first 2.
Oh, two's gonna be rough. 5's the best one.
I don't know about that, man.
We'll get into it. We'll get into it.
I mean, 2 was bad. 2 was pretty bad. The only thing I'd say that it had working for it, I think the only thing that 2 had working for it was the filming locations, and that's about it.
Yeah. Well, this is also gonna be fucking 2000s. Oh god, these movies are so
time capsule.
It's been a while since I've gone into
Time capsule heard.
Movies. Oh shit.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
That first one. That first one will be rough.
This one, yeah. We will see.
All right.
Everyone have a good one.
Take it easy.
Books, records, films, these things matter. Call me shallow. It's the fucking truth.